Can't believe they're doing the old show again.
Well, if it ain't broke.
No, they are broke. That's why they're doing it.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. The Muppet Show has come back and I am filled with delight. The Muppet Show came on to Disney Plus and ABC last week and I want to talk about it. Now, I had very high expectations for this. I have loved the Muppets my entire life. I've spent a lot of time around the Muppets. I have grown up very close to the Center for Puppetry Arts in Atlanta. And so as such, I was incredibly excited when I heard that Seth Rogan and Sabrina Carpenter are on board to bring the Muppet Show back after so long. A big thing for me, and what really excited me, was hearing Sabrina Carpenter was coming on. Now, I like Sabrina Carpenter as a performer, and more importantly, when the trailer came out, they had a joke. I think it goes something like Kermit saying, "Oh, well, we're still working out a few kinks," and Sabrina goes, "Well, I could love a good kink." And I heard that, and I thought, oh, yes, we're doing it the proper Muppet Show, because that's what the Muppets are. The Muppets are kind of raunchy. They're a cabaret comedy show. You know, it's not an inherently kid-friendly show. I mean, obviously, anyone can enjoy the Muppets, but the Muppets aren't meant for, like, 7 and under, like a lot of Disney stuff is, and so I'm very glad that they didn't get, defanged, sort of, because they're on Disney Plus and because they're being pushed by Disney so much. Now, let's talk about the show itself. So I thought it was a fantastic little, fantastic traditional Muppet Show. I thought they worked in some old gags and old jokes that I loved, but they were able to keep it so, well, not necessarily modern and fresh, but they were able to incorporate so many Muppets that weren't a big thing back then. I mean, I have never cheered as loud in my life when I saw Pepe the King Prawn come on screen. He is my favorite Muppet and always has been. And having him come on, but also having old things like the running gag that Piggy doesn't get her own number, or that Kermit accidentally was too nice to too many people and now has like 150 acts lined up, and Statler and Waldorf coming back, and it was all the things that make the Muppet Show great, and all of the recent developments that have not improved but have added on to the Muppet. Now, my only 2 complaints, and these are very small complaints to have. One is the choice of music. I will start by saying that the Muppet Show theme song they did was fantastic. It was like this plus bigger version of the original show. They did the later seasons version, so the one of Statler and Waldorf, "Why do we always come here?" that sort of thing, as opposed to the original, which has Fozzie Bear doing a comedy routine, getting heckled, and then Kermit coming out, to introduce our guest star, which they did in the first season, and then was changed for the later version. So I do kind of like they did the later version of the theme song and not the original one. However, my only problem with the music comes right after that, when they do the big sketch of Sabrina Carpenter. She's in this bar, she's being a waitress, and she's being heckled by all the stupid Muppets, and she does Man-Child, and I don't want to go into why I don't like Sabrina Carpenter's music or the song Man-Child in this video, because that's an entire rant in of itself, and I can't really cut it down very well so that it would make sense, but I'm not the biggest fan of that song or of Sabrina Carpenter's music as a whole. That being said, I'm a huge fan of her, like, as a person. She was hilarious in this, and just so fun to watch. So my complaint about that is not a slap at Sabrina. She was arguably one of the best parts about this entire special. There was a running joke about her and Piggy having the same look, or that Sabrina Carpenter had modeled all of her looks off of Miss Piggy, and Miss Piggy's, lawyers would be in touch. And I think it would be just perfect if Sabrina Carpenter comes out with like jet black hair or something next week, because, she's lost the legal battle. But ultimately, they did an Islands in the Stream cover, and firstly, it's her and Kermit in this canoe, and then Kermit gets kicked out by Piggy, who wants a big number, and so we go through some, like, classic Muppet skits, not the exact skits, so no Veterinarian's Hospital, no Pigs in Space, though we did get Pigs in Wigs, which is a fun little, I think, Bridgerton parody, and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna go too far into what exactly they did, because if you haven't seen it, I would advise you, if you can, to go watch it, because it was phenomenal, and I need as many people watching this as possible to show Disney that it is monetarily a good decision to bring the Muppets back, and that they should totally have 5 seasons of the Muppet Show because I'll watch all of it over and over and over again. And then you have the finale. Kermit doesn't know who he wants to come out on. Spoiler alert, by the way. Kermit doesn't know who wants to have to do the final number. And I thought, are they going to do Rainbow Connection? Are they going to do it like they did for the Muppet movie with Jason Segel 15 years ago? 15 years ago. No, they do not. They don't even do Rainbow Connection or anything of that at all. However, at the beginning, there is a quick montage where Kermit's turning the lights on and Rolf is in the background playing piano. He plays a bit of Rainbow Connection, and then the one riff for Moving Right Along, which was a nice little nod there. But no, they come out and they do Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, which was just, that was a fun ending. I liked that. The final 2 minutes of this special were kind of make or break for me. And they came through. I was impressed. Because at the end of the day, the Muppet Show was perfect for exactly what it was. It didn't need to be this perfect masterpiece of a comeback. All it needed to be was a silly little show where a cast of clowns, frogs, pigs, and whatevers gave you, the audience, the third best gift you can ever receive: laughter. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Thank you for watching till the end. My name is Jojo, and I hope you enjoyed the video, which I already said. How redundant. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and boost my massive ego, and I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day, and keep being Muppety. Love ya.